Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dabs TV. Trust you're all good. Trust you're all enjoying the weekend, and you're all looking forward to Premier League as much as I am. A lot of big games happening this weekend, a lot of action, and yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be doing a preview of what the games are and my expected results for these matches. So let's get into it. First game is the Saturday morning kickoff. It's Newcastle against Manchester City. And for this game, trust me, I don't know what to say. Because obviously, we just got the news that Rodri is injured for the season. And this is massive in terms of swinging the pendulum to other teams' favors, which I'm not going to review right now. But some teams should be on high alert after that news. Obviously, I'm not one to wish any injury on any player, but it's a big advantage to Manchester City's competition, i.e., Liverpool and Arsenal. So, yeah, Rodri is injured now. We're going to see how City bounce back, how they react to this. Newcastle away. Obviously, Newcastle have not been in good form themselves. They lost their last match 3-1 against Fulham. We'll have to see how they try to bounce back and from that result. So for this game, again, I don't know what people are saying. From what I'm reading on the timeline, people are saying, it could be a tough game for Man City, it could be this and it could be that. Obviously, with news now that Isak also could miss this match, I think this match is going to be a straightforward win for Manchester City. One, because it's an early kickoff, so you won't be expecting the high energy that you usually get from St. James's Park. I think if City score early goal in this game, it could be all but over. So I'm going to go for a Manchester City 3-1 victory, only because they've been considered a lot of cheap goals lately, and I think the trend is set to continue because their defense have not found their foot yet. So I'm going to go for 3-1 City. Erling Haaland on fire. I expect him to bag a few goals. And obviously they are pissed off with their result against Arsenal, so they will be looking for a big reaction. And I think Newcastle could be they could be there for the taking for Manchester City on Saturday tomorrow. Now, the next game, obviously, we have to see the next game is Arsenal against Leicester. And this game, Leicester could literally be on the receiving end of something nasty, I feel. Arsenal buzzing. They are very confident now at the moment, obviously with the draw they had last week. They are full of confidence. We saw in midweek against Bolton, they made a lot of changes, bringing Ethan Nwaneri, scoring 2 goals as well on his full debut. So they are buzzing with confidence right now. I expect most of their players are back from injury, other than Odegaard. So, and Leicester, we know on the other hand, have been so bad at the start of this season. They are absolutely terrible. They have Vardy up front, who is like 40 years old now, and it's like they are not going to pose any threat to Arsenal. And we know how the Emirates gets when Arsenal get going on the Saturday. It's lunchtime kickoff. So Saturday evening, they are going to move towards differently, I feel. I'm expecting like a 5-0, 6-0 win for Arsenal in this game because Leicester just have no chance against Arsenal if Arsenal come into this match with a devastating mindset. So it could be 5-0 Arsenal is my prediction for this match. Next game, we have Brentford against West Ham. For this game, I don't know what to predict. West Ham, again, I said they did a lot of decent business in the market, but their coach is not up to the standard. Julian Lopetegui, we know his history getting sacked at Real Madrid after like 14 matches or so, losing 7 of those, I believe. And then, we saw, obviously, he had the Europa League triumph with Sevilla, but that's the highlight of his career. He's done nothing ever since. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens in this case. Brentford, on the other hand, they have a lot of injury now. Obviously, with Johan Wissa out for about 3 months, I believe. But I still expect Brentford to be able to convert their home advantage simply because, yes, West Ham have a good team, but their manager is so bad. And seeing how he smoked them in the midweek in the Carabao Cup, I just feel like, bro, the manager, he might be one of those on the list, top of the list for getting sacked soon. So Brentford, I'm going to go for 3-1 Brentford win in this game. Next game is Chelsea against Brighton. And this is a big one. This is a big match. I think Brighton are still unbeaten. Chelsea, on the other hand, are firing on all cylinders at the moment. Their players are starting to click. All the attacking and technical players, which I've said before in previous videos, Chelsea, if they get it all together, if they get it working, there could be a problem. And we're starting to see that is the case now. We saw what they did in midweek. We saw what they've done in Europe. And the last few games, they've been scintillating. So we'll have to see. I just feel like Brighton's unbeaten run is about to come to an end. Chelsea, they're catching Chelsea at the wrong time. Going to Stamford Bridge at this time, it's like there are some certain stadiums you don't want to go to at this time. You don't want to go to play Bayern Munich at the moment. You don't want to play Liverpool. You don't want to play Chelsea. These teams are going to smoke any team they play at the moment. So it's like very, very tough game for Brighton. I expect Chelsea to win this game. It could be a hard-fought victory, but I don't know. Obviously, on Brighton of Fabian Hezler, they've had some decent results at the start of the season. But last week, we saw how pressed they were against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I thought, deserved the victory in that match, but it ended up being a draw. A lucky draw for Brighton there. So I think their unbeaten run comes to an end here, actually. I think Chelsea are going to win the game by 3-1. Chelsea are just moving very strong at the moment, and they look very, very devastating. They have too many good and technical players, like I said. Nkunku, Palmer, Felix, Sancho, Madueke. It's just too much for most defenses to handle. So I'm predicting Chelsea to have a good season and Chelsea to continue by slapping up Brighton on Saturday. Next match, we have Everton against Crystal Palace. And this one is also pretty interesting. It's two teams who have been underperforming this season. Everton already predicted them as serious candidates for relegation this season. And I think that's going to happen. So I just feel like Everton, they are not really in a position of, they're not in a position to do anything serious this season. But Crystal Palace, on the other hand, I'm surprised by how much they are underperforming. I believe they've not won a single game this season. And from the end of last season, people were predicting that they were going to, go on to do great things this season. Obviously, under Oliver Glasner, they play very good football. Last week, they had Manchester United, and they had good chances to win, even though they could have lost as well. Eze with two massive chances, he didn't convert them. So it was, I don't know what to make of them at the moment, but I'm still going to predict them to get a victory at the Everton Stadium because of how bad I think Everton are. Everton, I just feel like they are conceding a shit ton of goals at the moment, and Crystal Palace might find their feet with Mateta and Nketiah and Eze. If they have a good day, they are going to beat Everton, I predict. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Crystal Palace in this match. And then we have the next game is Nottingham Forest against Fulham. Again, two teams who have started decently to the season. Two teams who are around about, should I say the same level. Nottingham Forest, under Nuno Espirito Santo, they caused us a lot of trouble. They beat us at downfield. Fulham as well, beating Newcastle in the last match and starting well under Marco Silva, two decent managers. It should be a good game. For this game. I'm going to predict a draw. I'm going to predict 2-2 draw for Nottingham Forest against Fulham. And then we have the Saturday evening kickoff, the big one. West Ham against Liverpool. And we know what we're on right now. What we're on right now is different. The way we are slapping teams up left and right, the way the new manager is settled in, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. All our attackers getting a goal involvement in the midweek match. Slapping up West Ham 5-1 was very nice. We won our last match 3-0 against Bournemouth, but I wasn't really impressed with our performance, with how much we kept the ball. We were devastating attacking wise, but we did not, manage possession very well, I thought, in that game. So it will be, and seeing that this is a new manager and the players are just adjusting to the new, ideas and new tactics, it's been a very, very good start for Liverpool. And I'm hoping this continues away at Wolves. Wolves under Gary O'Neill, they are a decent team. They play good football, but they concede a shit ton of chances and they concede a lot of goals. So as much as it could be a tough place, if we don't start quickly, it could be a tough ground. They could, if they, for example, get the first goal, we could be in some trouble. But if we get our act together and we come in seriously, then we should be looking to win this game comfortably, in my opinion, and continue our winning streak. So I'm going to go for Liverpool 3, Wolves 0. That's my prediction for this match. 3-0 to the Reds, 3-0 to the boys, and we match up. We match up silently, And on Sunday, we have the two games. Sunday, Ipswich against Aston Villa. It should be a straightforward win for Aston Villa. John Duran on fire at the moment, scoring goals, coming off 25 minutes scoring goals is absolutely crazy. He's been on a crazy run of form at the moment, and I expect Aston Villa under Emery to continue their winning streak and slap up Ipswich. I'm going to go 3-1. I expect them to beat Ipswich. And then there's the game of the game of the week, the game of the weekend, Manchester United against Tottenham. And it's basically, this game is very interesting in the sense that Man United always beat Tottenham, but Man United right now are on terrible form, and Tottenham are on pretty decent average form. Tottenham obviously winning their game in midweek 3-0 with 10 men was very impressive, because to win against any team in Europe, especially down to 10 men, is always a significant and big result. So Tottenham are coming in with a lot of confidence. Man United, on the other hand, drawing to FC 20. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I didn't watch the game, but I heard the result, and from what I saw, there was a meltdown in the United fan base, and that's definitely what we like to see. We see the Manx get smoked. It's always very nice. Always makes for nice viewing. So we just have to look at this objectively and say it's hard to predict this match. Actually, I don't know what to go for. My head is telling me that it could be a tough game for Tottenham if Man United are up to standard. If they actually are up for the match, it could be a tough game for Spurs. But my heart is telling me that Tottenham, could also slap up Man United if they're serious. So it's hard to predict this one, but I'm just gonna go for a. I'm gonna go for a Man United victory. As much as it sounds crazy, I just feel like the home advantage and how bad Tottenham's defense is, especially with their goalkeeper always being susceptible from set pieces. I just feel like United, with the home advantage, will continue their winning run against Tottenham. And it will be a very tightly, keenly contested match, but I just feel like Man United at home against Tottenham, because of the home advantage and because of how bad the Tottenham attackers are and how bad their defense is in moments. And the counter-attacking ideas, Tottenham want to keep the possession, but Man United want to counter. So Man United are happy to relinquish possession to Tottenham as far as they can hit them and create chances on the counter. And if Rashford, Ahmad, Garnacho, Zexi, and all of them have a decent day, then they could score 2 or 3 goals against Tottenham. And I just feel like it's going to go that way. So that's my prediction for this game week. Tune in for my match reaction or tune in for the watch-alongs. And I'll see you next time. Peace.